Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's DIY Dollar Tree Ornament Week Day 4, and I am going to make these wood sliced ornaments. I know that it's not an original idea, and there's tons of inspiration on Pinterest and YouTube and Instagram and all the places, but I'm just going to do my version. I was gifted these 4 already drilled holes sort of wood slices, but I got wood slices for $2.50 for a huge bag at Hobby Lobby. There is a ton of ribbons, Dollar Tree ribbons, Hobby Lobby ribbons, whatever you want. And we're going to use this white paintbrush marker that I got at the Dollar Tree, plus a Sharpie. And then we could use this black chalkboard paint that we got from Dollar Tree, but we did not get it from the Dollar Tree. I haven't found it yet, so I'm just going to use some Walmart store. It's from Folk Art. I'm going to use some black flat chalk paint from Folk Art, as well as some white chalk paint. I'm going to make 2 white ones and 2 black ones. I'm just going to keep it simple for you guys because I wanted to talk you through some of the things. Now, the Dollar Tree did have wood slices for like a day. We know they have wood stems. I'm sure you've seen lots of people use the wood stems in DIYs, including me. But I was never able to find either one of them in my stores. I was gifted the wood stems, never gifted the wood slices. But I realized after the fact that I couldn't even find a picture of these wood slices anywhere. So then I was like, was I having a memory? That wasn't really a memory? Maybe. So I'm just going to show you 2 techniques. One is just to draw a perfect circle in the middle, or semi-perfect, because, you know, it jumped. And you don't have to do it with Sharpie. I do it with Sharpie so that you guys could see it on the camera. And then fill it in. And the other technique is this one, where I'm just going to basically follow the edge of the actual wood and just leave like 1/8 of an inch around the edge, just to show that it's wood, if that makes any sense. Otherwise, you're just doing like a black circle with bark on it, and you might as well do that on foam board or whatever. And for this one, I'm just going to kind of keep it just a circle. And the good thing about the circle is you can pre-plan no matter what shape your wood slice is. These do have sort of organic shapes. None of them are really ever perfectly round. And if you want to have like a perfectly round shape in there to do something, you can. And you'll see what we're doing in a little while so that you know what I mean. For the other 2, we're going to paint them white. Chalk paint does dry quickly, so this is sort of, I want to say real time, because while the black ones are drying, I'm going to paint the white ones, and then by the time I'm done painting the white ones, the black ones will be ready to paint on. So this, I've just taken to create a circle, I've taken the lid of the chalk paint. You really can't see it as much on the camera as you can in real life, but what it did was it created a very faint paint circle of where I could fill in. So I wanted to show you that technique. All I did was take a little extra paint and rub it along the edge of the lid of the paint jar and stick it down. But then you can also do the same technique we did before, which was painting really close, relatively close to the edge. All right, and I'm going to give these a quick 1 coat. Each one of these only gets 1 coat of paint. That's all it really needs. Now, the chalk paint can be used as a chalkboard. So if you wanted to take it and make it semi-permanent, we just put a base of chalk down. Don't forget to prime it with like chalk. We've done that on our channel before. And then this way you could change it out if you wanted to from year to year. Because these would make really, really cute gift tags as well. I think all of our ornaments this week so far would make really adorable gift tags. Really, any ornament would make adorable gift package wrapping, accessory or assortment. So as you see, I started out making a perfect circle, and as I did that, and once I was finished with that perfect circle, I just was like, I fell in love with that wonky edge that this particular disc had. I don't know if you can actually see how wonky it is, but it has all these like indents and stuff. So I was like, let me just embrace that and just go with it. Now, as far as the embellishment's concerned, just like everything we've done on Ornament Week so far, you can personalize your embellishments. You can add touches of floral and pine, berries. You can do ribbons, jute, cotton twine, yarn, baker's twine, whatever really suits your style and your budget. That's really what's important as well. Like I said, these were gifted to me. I know that you can get them relatively inexpensive on Amazon, pre-drilled already. But like I said, the undrilled ones were a steal. I actually got them when they were 50% off, and they only cost me $2.50 for that giant bag. So that was definitely worth it. But I'm going to go ahead and use these ones that were gifted to me. So now that they're dry, I got a piece of paper because originally I wanted to make one of the deer head ones, but without getting my lazy butt up to find the actual inspiration picture. And then I was like, oh, I'll just make a deer face one. And I'm trying to draw it upside down because I don't know. I mean, it's not horrible. It's just not what I wanted in the end. And then I was like, ooh, I can make a moose because nothing like Chris Moose. I don't know. This is what I want to share with you guys. As you guys often see, there's a process. You don't always get to see the process, but I wanted to share with you the process. And this is actually almost 4 times speed where I just sat there and contemplated what I wanted to do with this. But don't worry, I cut that out so you guys wouldn't have to sit and watch that. What I decided to do instead was to put a wreath on there, which was one of my original intentions anyway. So I just used the paint jar. It was just a perfect circle. I added a few of the same directional dots around the perimeter of the jar. And then I took the jar off and I matched every other dot on the inside. And I just used the actual brush tip to kind of create that like leaf shape. And then I just wrote the word joy on the inside. Now you could stop there if you want to, but we're going to add more, so don't you move. And for this one, I was just like, do I want merry and bright? Do I want Merry Christmas? Okay, Merry Christmas it is. Now I almost ran out of room, so yeah. And then I forgot the eye, so I did run out of room. So I just squeezed it in there, and you didn't know until I pointed it out to you. Or maybe you were watching. I don't know. And then I just added a little bit of swirly embellishment, little squirrel work at the top and bottom. So nothing fancy. But now we're going to dot. Now I'm going to teach you guys how to do dotting. Have you ever done dotting before? You might have. It's just simple. So hold on a second. We're only going to take this is a skewer. You can use a toothpick, whatever. We're going to dip it into a wad of paint. You really want that to be like a nice deep amount of paint. And that's going to create a little ball of paint on the end of your device. And then you just go ahead and touch it to wherever you want a dot of paint to go. Don't move it, just go straight up and down with it, and it will create these like perfect little circles. So I just added berries to my wreath, so it looked more like a wreath and not just a bunch of white spots going back and forth around in a circle. So I'll let berries dry, and the berries will take longer to dry. Even though that is chalk paint, it is thicker, so be mindful of that, okay? We're going to go ahead and hang our first ornament that we completed. I'm using this black and white ribbon from Hobby Lobby because I love it. So sorry. But of course, you could always use a strip of the headband fabric from the Dollar Tree if you want. I'm just running out of it, so I want to use it sparingly. But any ribbon will do, depending on your style and your budget. We're just going to tie a knot at the top, and then we're going to tie a little bow. This is a very, very simple bow. It's just taking 2 loops one on each finger, crisscrossing them, and then just adjusting it back and forth until you have the perfect bow that's nice and tight. And then when you have that, you can go ahead and add a drop of hot glue. And I wanted to hang this one up at the top. So the best way to do it without gluing it to your table, as you saw, is I added glue to the bow. I stuck it to the knot real quick, and then I turned the whole thing over. So it's set that way. Now, I did find that paint had gotten in the holes, so I used that skewer to clean the paint out of the holes. And for this one, we're going to use this black and red check ribbon that we got at Walmart. These were, this is from Hobby Lobby again. These were originally bows that we took apart from Hobby Lobby. But really, any ribbon that you have will really work. And for this one, we're going to go ahead and add a little bit of embellishments here. These are just a little bunch of berries that came off of a pick from the Dollar Tree. And we're just going to take a piece of that pine garland that they sell, garland ties that they sell at the Dollar Tree. Just cut off a little piece, fluffed it up, because that's my secret to making that look better, and then glued that underneath. I decided not to add a bow to that one because I thought it was nice enough. And now we're going to go work on the white ones. Now the white ones I felt were just elegant. I don't want to say my look is simple sometimes, but sometimes simple is better for me. I enjoy simple. I don't always like to do it up. I'm not an extra embellishy kind of girl normally. But this is my contemplative process. I sat here with the marker in my hand trying to decide what to write. And that is at 4 times speed. So if you saw me sitting for 3 seconds, I was sitting for 12 seconds. It seemed like a little eternity. I decided to write blessed because I totally feel that that's appropriate anytime during the year. And since it's going to go on my forever tree, it can stay there all year since it's not Christmas specific. And for this one, I decided to write, I wanted to write, Jesus Christ is born. And I wanted to put a little tiny manger. So I took the ultra fine Sharpie, I wrote is born at the bottom. And then I wanted to write Jesus in the skinny font, Christ in, oh, that's why I missed the I. It wasn't on Christmas, it was that one. Sorry about that. And then I just drew a little bit of the star up there, and then a little tiny manger down at the bottom, which is just a little tiny house. It actually looks like a tag shape, except the two angle pieces I just made a little longer. And now it's a manger. That's what I said. It's a stable. Sorry. So for the blessed one, I just decided cotton twine and a cotton twine bow. Again, because it's budget friendly, I'm trying to keep it simple. And what I decided to do was to create that cotton twine bow. And nope, it's the jute bow. There's no cotton twine bow on Blessed. Sorry. We're going to put a black and white bow on there. But I put jute on the Jesus one because I felt it was more natural. And then I added a jute bow to this one, and I off-centered it a little bit. I didn't glue it to where the knot was or the string was. I went ahead and I glued it right to the piece, but I set it off to the side here. And what I decided to finish this last one off was one of these Walmart bows. Again, you can put it through the ornament, you can tie it on the string, you could save it for another time. But I'm just want to go ahead and cut off the little pieces of wire, glue it down a little off center there. And then over here, I feel like this one needs a little bit of a jute bow, so I decided to go ahead and add a jute bow. Just regular bow, nothing fancy. Tied it around my fingers like you were tying your shoelaces, right? And you just want to adjust it back and forth until you get the bow shape and size that you like. And I just glued that on. And that's all of them. So I hope this one was fun for you guys. I know that it was not really all Dollar Tree, so I hope that that's okay. If you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and give this a thumbs up. Share with friends and family, anybody who might be interested in seeing any of these techniques or working with any of these things. And if you haven't yet, click subscribe. And when you do, a little bell will pop up. When you ring that bell, YouTube will let you know whenever I upload a new video. And don't forget to join us for day 5 tomorrow of Ornament Week. I can't wait to show you what's next. And as always, you guys take care, God bless, and we'll see you next time. Bye.